What's going on, you guys? Happy freaking Monday. We're streaming live once again on Facebook. We got Instagram rocking and rolling. Hope you guys are having a great freaking start to your week. I want to hear about your wins. If you guys are just dropping in, I want to hear about your wins today. We're going to wait for some people to kind of get the notification that we're live, that we're feeling good. Tony, my man, what's going on, brother? Happy freaking Monday, dude. Going to talk some motivation today, my man. Drop a win in the comments below. I want to hear about your weekend. I want to hear what you guys did this weekend. What did you do? I was up in St. Pete Beach. My girlfriend and I visited some of her high school friends up at St. Pete Beach. We stayed at the Postcard Inn. That was a lot of fun. Definitely was much needed time to kind of get away from social media, get away from work and business and stuff like that. So that was much needed. But, if you guys are just tuning in today, I want to hear about some freaking wins. Happy Monday. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things we can be doing to stay motivated in kind of a chronological order, breaking down, action steps of what we have to do to actually stay motivated. So, Tony, happy Monday, bro. Happy freaking Monday. I love the energy. Let's see here. Who we got coming in today? Happy freaking Monday, baby. Let's get it. Gonna have Spence drop in. We got Spencer coming in here. He's gonna drop in for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Probably gonna be on here for about 20 minutes today, guys. I'm gonna just talk about motivation. And honestly, like motivation is, and I just posted a video of my client Steven today, and he had a very solid point on motivation. He said motivation could be just a few trite words. And, it's something that really just comes and goes. But when you have discipline, that's something that's ingrained into your mentality. That's something that's ingrained into your personality, into who you are, right? So motivation is only going to get you so far. It's only going to get you maybe a few days, right? You might be motivated for a day or a few days or a week. But at the end of the day, that motivation will eventually fizzle out. And you're going to be left wondering why. What's going on, babe? Happy freaking Monday. Hope you're crushing it at work. Hopefully you're not having too many nasty people you're dealing with today. But as I was saying, guys, motivation is something that's very temporary and it comes and goes. You've got to establish, a reason for why you do what you do. You've got to have that. Like every day that you wake up and you go to the gym or you have something that you do in the mornings, you got to have a reason for that. You have to have a reason why you're doing what you're doing. So, that's kind of the number one thing here. Like we're going to list 5, as I said in the beginning, we're going to list 5 different things for those of you guys just tuning in. We're going to be listing 5 steps to staying motivated. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of that term motivation, but the first one is going to be you have to actually figure out and find why you're doing what you're doing so that you can stay motivated over the long term. So here comes Spence now. What's going on, brother?
Oh, what's up?
So today, guys, I was just telling everyone on live here. We're on Facebook. We got Instagram, rocking and rolling. Motivation, right? We're talking about the 5 steps today of how to stay motivated. And number 1 is finding your why, right? Finding our why, guys, is everything in regards to the gym and business and relationships. Why are you in that relationship? Why did you take the oath to go into partnership with this person? Like, why is
Absolutely.
that?
If it's not, if somebody's not bringing out the best in you, then they're a distraction in your life.
Plain and simple.
And another aspect of, I don't know if it's one of your 5 that you have out here, but burning your bridges.
Yeah.
So, if you burn your bridge means, if there is something that's holding you back, you have to burn your bridge. So, whether it be, if it's in situation with your diet, it's over there.
No, we're here. Yeah, Facebook and we're Instagram. We're both.
So if it's a diet issue and you got a bunch of snacks and cake and stuff in your fridge, don't buy it. You burn your bridges by not having it. So when it comes time for you to go snacking in your fridge, it's not there.
Right.
So burn your bridges.
Create one option for yourself, guys, and that kind of ties into finding your why. Create one option, create one reason for why you get up every morning. figure out that why.
Purpose.
You got to have purpose. If you guys are in on Instagram Live or on Facebook, I want you to drop. It looks like we got 4 or 5 people here on Facebook. We got 3 people on Instagram. So let's fucking hear it. I want to hear from you guys. What is your why? Why do you decide to get up every morning other than, God just waking you up? What is it that drives you to go throughout your day? We want to hear about it in the comments.
We want to know. And, if you don't have a purpose, you're just going through the motions in life.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go through the motions, eventually you burn out.
But and everyone burns out at different stages in life, guys. Like it comes down to just having that and to stay motivated. That motivation, that word is it's not a long-term word. It's a very short bursted type of a word, guys, and it's about the long game. I just made a post earlier today. It's about the freaking long game.
Yeah.
So number 2, so we got number 1, find your why. Number 2 is create a vision, right? So once you have your why, you've got to create a vision, right?
Absolutely.
So creating a vision, guys, can come down. So I've made a few vision boards, and what I like about those is, like, for instance, myself, and I know a lot of people out there are like me, and Spencer's like this too. We're visual learners, and we like to have pictures or seeing the word like relentless or like whatever it is that you kind of relate to in front of you and stare at that every morning for 5 or 10 minutes.
And studies done with the Olympics show that they have a visualization of them winning beforehand, and it triggers the same parts of the brain of them actually winning. So if you can start to really purely visualize something, you can start manifesting it into reality.
Yes, where I was just gonna say manifest. That's like when Spencer was saying, I was thinking manifestation. Like Spencer and I are both very big and keen on manifesting, and I know it's one of those words that makes its way around the internet, and like there's all these gurus talking about the power of manifestation in the universe, and like if you think about it, it'll come to you. But in reality, guys, like that's actually true. If you start to manifest and create that vision of what you actually want, those things will start to happen.
And it's not a bunch of like mumbo jumbo. Like some of this stuff is scientifically proven with the effects on the human brain.
The brain, yeah.
So, make sure you have your vision and make sure that you're taking the steps that can get you to that vision.
That's it.
And that actually leads into number 3.
Yep.
So set goals.
Right? Exactly.
You can't just do something and not have a tangible goal to go by. If you don't have a tangible goal, then how do you know if you're taking the right steps to get to that point, right?
Yeah, it's goals are everything, guys. Because once we find our why, once we have that piece, we create our vision, we get a vision board down, and then we start to set these goals, right? Like what are goals? And once again, setting goals is something that's just tossed around like it's so abundant on the internet, and everyone set a goal, and I have a goal, my goal is this. But you actually have to set intentional goals. Like what exactly is it in this time frame? And I can't stress that enough, like having a timestamp on a goal.
Yes.
Like I want to affect 1,000 people by the end of 2022.
Yeah,
I want to make 6 figures by the end of 2022.
If you don't have specific goals, I mean, there's different ways that they talk about, SMART goals. If it's not specific, how can you visualize it?
Right.
So, I mean, it just all ties back into all 5 of these different steps here.
It does. So I want you guys, so this is a great example here. This is a great exercise that you guys in here can actually practice. And if you're watching this on replay, whether it's on Facebook on the replay, if it's on Instagram on the replay, I want you guys to hashtag replay in the comments so we know that you listened and you actually got value from what we're talking about today. And then also, if you guys listened to the podcast, I want you to reach out to either Spencer or myself and let us know that you got something from here. But if you're in the live, what we want you to do is post 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 goals that you guys are going to set for yourself after watching this live.
And that actually leads right into number 4, which is take action. This is going to be your first action. You're going to start saying what it is you're passionate about. You're going to, what your why is. And so many people, when they think about making a comment and they just don't do it because something holds them back, now is the time. Make a comment and take action. Start doing things.
Guys, success likes speed. Straight up, plain and simple. If you don't act on the way that you feel and you don't act on this live or on whatever that you guys are learning from, it's going to dissipate. It's not going to actually be tangible. So you need to take action right now. Write it in the comments. We want to hear from you guys.
This is for you.
Like, freaking let's go, baby. Drop some fire emojis if you guys are getting some value today. I'm freaking stoked right now. Let's go.
Let's go.
So number one, let's recap. Number one, find your why. Once you find your why, create your freaking vision. You got your vision. Now you're setting goals. Once you have those goals, well, guess what you got to do? You got to take freaking massive action. Start taking action. And that's number 5. And now we talk about.
Well, so let me rephrase that. So yes, take massive action, but it starts with small things, right? Start taking action on small things, and you're gonna see that it starts. It's gonna lead up to massive action.
Right, exactly.
But it's all about the small things and making sure that everything aligns with what your vision is.
Absolutely, incremental steps, small steps. So number 5, finally, to wrap all of this up, is to just be consistent. Without consistency, guys, none of this is gonna matter. You can set goals 3 days. Out of the month, or you can take action 3 days out of 30 days. And at the end of the day, it's not going to get you anywhere. You got to stay consistent day in and day out.
Life is going to punch you in the gut when, as you're moving towards your goals, you're going to get punched, you're going to get talked down to, whatever it may be. But as long as you stay consistent and you know what your why is, then, you don't let any of that affect you. Who cares?
Yeah. So
you being you.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what it's about, guys. It's about you guys, like, actually taking something from what we're talking about today. Like, that's what Motivation Monday is all about, right? Monday Mindset. It's about creating and developing awareness in the fact that in order to be successful with whatever you guys are doing, like, specifically, let's just say you're trying to make a physical transformation. Like, it all starts what's up here, what's between those 2 ears of yours. It starts in the mind. And to first master your body, you must master your mind.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate you guys tuning in today. We're going to make this one kind of short. So to wrap things up, to stay quote unquote motivated, we got finding your why. Number 1. Number 2, create a vision. Number 3, setting goals. Number 4, taking action. And as Spencer specified, taking incremental steps. So just whether that's going to the gym for 10 or 15 minutes every day, just be freaking consistent. Be consistent. That leads us to number 5, and it's being consistent. Taking consistent action every day.
And with the incremental goals or actions that you take, I mean, if any of you work out regularly, when you take a break from working out, it's so much easier to skip, because in your head you're like, oh well, I already skipped these days. But when you're consistent with it, it's way harder to not go. When you've already worked out X amount of days in a row, and you're staying consistent, then even on a bad day, you're still going to be in the gym. You're still going to be getting it.
And I think it just comes down to structure. Spencer just brought a great point, man. It's like, if you were to listen to the military, and you obviously, being that you served for 4 years, you understand this. It's all about structure. They never miss. Every day is the same, right?
Yep.
Am I speaking the truth
Absolutely.
here? Every day is the same. They wake up at 5 o'clock. They make their bed. They have breakfast, they take their cold shower, and then they go out to boot camp or whatever they do that day in training. And it's the same. They're consistent day in, day out. They go to bed at the same time. They wake up at the same time. So you guys need to start striving for
consistency.
That consistency, that structure. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you're on the podcast and you guys enjoyed this episode, please feel free to leave us a review. It helps us tremendously with getting our message out to more people. We really appreciate your guys' support, your love, both on Instagram, on Facebook, on the podcast platform. It really means the world to us. And we hope you guys have a great rest of your freaking Monday. We will see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Let's freaking go.
Let's go.